We have some breaking news on Dolphins Today. The Miami Dolphins have signed Brennan Scarlett. They have brought him back, adding him to the Dolphins practice squad, but it does appear that he is the Emmanuel Ogbah replacement. We talked about him potentially being an option the other day, and now it is official. They have brought back Brennan Scarlett, someone who played for the Dolphins all of last season, and also someone who was with the Dolphins in training camp and during the preseason just a few months ago. So I want y'all to go down in the comment section and grade the signing of Brennan Scarlett. Type A, B, C, D, or F down in the comment section. It's the pinned comment. Reply to it when you get a second. Grade the signing of Scarlett, someone that a lot of us are familiar with, someone that the locker room, more importantly, is familiar with, and they bring him back. He played in 13 games for the Dolphins last season. He was waived by the Dolphins in August, but he did reach an injury settlement with the team. There was a loophole for him to somehow return this season, and now it is official. Now, I did mention him being the potential Ogbah replacement. In Sunday's win against the Browns, Ogbah tore his triceps. He's out for the year. And so we talked about internal options, including some practice squad guys. Ben Still was one of those guys we talked about. However, Ben Still got poached by by the Cleveland Browns. He's now on their active roster. So the internal option list kind of dwindled after that happened. He was mentioned, Scarlett that is, as an external option. And Scarlett made a lot of sense just based on the coaching staff and the team's familiarity with him. As we now take a look at the updated edge rushers. Now, this is assuming that Scarlett will eventually be put on the 53-man roster. You have Zach Sealer. Because Ogbah's out for the year, Sealer's role is likely to increase on this football team. Scarlett is now in the mix here. You have JP, you have Melvin Ingram, you have Bradley Chubb, and Andrew Van Ginkel. Now, Scarlett, unlike AVG, for example, might be able to play more on the defensive line. He's versatile. He can play both positions, kind of like Bradley Chubb as well and Melvin Ingram. But the Dolphins needed another edge rusher after the Ogbah injury, and they have brought back Scarlett, as we predicted earlier this week on Dolphins Today. Now, this is why you subscribe, because when news happens, we break it down ASAP. We're filming this just moments after the news broke. Go down, subscribe the channel, youtube.com/Dolphins News. That is the sublink right there. Moving on to our next topic here. The Good Morning Football crew this morning on NFL Network chimed in on the unbelievable season that Tua Tagovailoa is having. Here is what Kyle Brandt said, and Brandt's a Bills fan, hasn't said a whole lot of nice things about the Dolphins in the past, but he did praise Tua, saying he wasn't even on the list for MVP, and he might win this thing. He and Mahomes have been the best players in the NFL. He's been insane. I saw something that compared his numbers to Kurt Warner in '99, and that's the best season we have ever seen. I even heard chatter about, is he even the best quarterback on the Dolphins? Remember that? Not only is he the best QB on the Dolphins, he's one of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 best players in all of football. And here's what Kyle Brandt was referring to when he was comparing Tua to that historic season that Kurt Warner had in '99. This is what NFL on CBS tweeted. Only 2 players in NFL history have had 3 consecutive games with 275 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and a 135 passer rating. Kurt Warner in '99 when he won MVP, and Tua Tagovailoa in 2022. Pretty wild. More on this in a second. First, I want to tell you about our friends over at Established Titles. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. They're a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Elston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. They plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, to support global reforestation efforts. I'm Lord William Scott now. That's really cool, and you could officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles. Makes for a great last-minute gift. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be right next to my plot, so we can build a Dolphins kingdom over there in Edelston, Scotland. And with the holidays coming up, they're taking care of you by running a massive early Black Friday sale with discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you go to that link right there, establishedtitles.com/chat, and use promo code chat, you can save an extra 10% on the perfect holiday gift. It's a great Secret Santa gift, a great white elephant gift. That's the link, promo code chat. That link, that promo code in the comments and the description of this video. Talking about this storyline again, because Kyle Brandt was not the only member of that crew to chime in on Tua. Peter Schrager did as well. Peter's definitely been a little bit more pro Tua. Here's what he said. People were actively anti-Tua, saying he sucks. Not only does he not suck, he might be the best quarterback in all of football. Wow. I think there was a pretty good consensus around the league that the Dolphins would have to move on from Tua. And Mike McDaniel was the only guy that was like, no, I'm going to build around him. Clap it up for the Good Morning Football crew. That might be our new thing here on Dolphins Today. Clap it up because they are showing Tua the respect that he deserves. Think about how much the narrative has changed, right? Because before the season, Tua was on the hot seat. This was a make-or-break season for Tua Tagovailoa, and he is on the verge of potentially winning the NFL MVP if he can keep this up. The level that he is playing at right now is unreal, having one of the best seasons by a Miami Dolphin that we have ever seen. So the narrative has gone from, oh, Tua's not very good, to Tua's legitimately one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Like this video. If you think Tua should win MVP, go and hit that thumbs up icon. This should get 1,000 likes. Go down, like the video if you think Tua should win MVP. Taking a look at the odds here. This is wild how the odds have changed. So you see that green line? That's Tua. So Tua was all the way over there at plus 1,400 back in February when Mike McDaniel was hired. Look at where he's at now. Second best odds to win MVPs, right there with Mahomes in front of Josh Allen. Here is the updated MVP odds. So Patrick Mahomes still the favorite at plus 120. Quite frankly, I think Tua should be the favorite, and I think Tua would be the favorite if he hadn't gotten hurt. Tua's at plus 450, Allen at plus 500, Hurts at plus 600, Lamar Jackson plus 1,200. Let's take a look at those top four when you're comparing their stats. But keep in mind, Tua missed 2.5 games. So I think Tua would be right there with Patrick Mahomes in the touchdown category had he stayed healthy. But he's above Mahomes in completion percentage. He has over 2,200 yards in 8 games. He's leading all those guys in completion percentage and also has by far the best touchdown-interception ratio. So Tua is having a phenomenal season, and I think he's been the best quarterback this year. Again, the only reason that he's not the favorite to win MVP right now is because he missed 2.5 games with that scary concussion. If he stays healthy, I think Tua is the head-on favorite to win the National Football League MVP. Will he win MVP? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Type Y for yes, type in for no. That's a fact, Jack. The Tua is going to win MVP. Shout out Doug Dynasty. That's one of my favorite shows growing up. But Tua's been the best QB. That's just a fact. 100% he's been the best quarterback in the NFL week in and week out. It's pretty wild. All the Tua haters are silent right now. And the silence is loud. Tua shut them up. As we all said before the start of the season, that Tua was going to silence the critics. Not only has he done that, he is a legit contender to win the NFL MVP. The last 3 weeks, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions. The Dolphins have not lost with this guy on the football field. That is the definition of valuable, and Tua, I do believe, is going to be hoisting that MVP by the end of the season. But he doesn't care about that. He wants to be hoisting one trophy, and that's the Lombardi. And I think he can do that as well. Let's talk about Mike McDaniel as well, his Coach of the Year odds, because he's not the only Dolphin that is getting some hype here. Coach of the Year odds, McDaniel's fourth, behind Nick Sirianni, Brian Dable, Kevin O'Connell, and Robert Saleh. So two of the guys in front of him, rookie head coaches. How about that? Rookie head coaches getting some love this year. Josh McDaniels is not on this list, but Mike McDaniel is, and I think that he should absolutely be in strong consideration for NFL head coach of the year. What he has done with this Dolphins team, it goes beyond the wins on the field, but he's changed the culture for the better in Miami. This coaching staff previously did not believe in Tua Tagovailoa, did not put Tua in the best possible position to succeed. So yes, we're very grateful for Mike McDaniel, but think about how grateful Tua is for Mike McDaniel. He kind of saved Tua's career. I mean, when you think about it, because Brian Flores just did not support Tua, and the numbers I don't think were as good because of that. Taking a look here at what Tua said about his head coach last week. Coach Mike does a great job putting us in great situations offensively. He continues to give other people praise, but he doesn't get as much praise as I think he should. Tua talking about his head coach. Mike McDrippy, should he win Coach of the Year? Will he win Coach of the Year? Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. Down in the comments section, go down, let me know. Will Mike McDaniel win the NFL Head Coach of the Year award? Currently fourth in those odds right now. Again, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Down in the comments section. Curious to hear what you think. I would love to see a world where he wins Coach of the Year, 2 wins MVP, and Tyreek wins Offensive Player of the Year. Did want to hit on this before I let y'all go. Dolphin Nation tweeted this out. Jason Sanders likely will have competition next summer, per the Miami Herald's Barry Jackson. Why not now? Why are we waiting for next summer to give competition to Jason Sanders? Bring in competition right now. Well, this is probably why. He's owed $2.5 million guaranteed next year. 2.5 of his $3.4 million salary is fully guaranteed. But who cares about the money? He's going to cost us down the stretch. We're trying to win a Super Bowl here. You got to put yourself in the best possible position to succeed in every position. That includes special teams. I actually did a video the other day talking about some possible replacements for Jason Sanders. The link to that video is in the description and the comments of this video, so be sure to go check that out. Some interesting names here on this list, including Cameron Dicker, who a lot of y'all know because he's really good at the University of Texas, currently with the Chargers practice squad, and the best kicker in the USFL is also on this list. Guys, go down and subscribe to the channel. The Dolphins signed Brennan Scarlett. Like I tell y'all each and every day, when the Dolphins make a move, we get you guys a vid. Subscribe, turn on your noties so you're always in the loop.